What is up, you guys? This is Always Any Day One on the PS4, and I'm going to be giving you a video on Hulk's Omega build set. So let's go ahead and take a look at his gear. So you're going to be using three different sets. You're going to be using Quake's dynamic gear. You're going to be using Remy's raiment, Ultra the Destroyer, and Gamora's garments. So 4, not 3. My bad. That was a miscount. So you're going to be using 2 pieces of Quake's dynamic gear, 1 piece Remy's raiment, 1 piece Ultra the Destroyer, and 1 piece Gamora's garments. The reason why you're going to be using 2 pieces of Quake's dynamic gear is because you're getting 25% base damage increase to your force powers. Now, if you want, you could technically use 1 piece of dynamic gear and use 1 piece of Ultra the Destroyer, but I mean 2 pieces of Ultra the Destroyer or 2 pieces of Gamora's garments. The reason why you want to at the very least have 1 piece is because it says 3 seconds after using a force power, send an aftershock through the area, dealing 34,541 damage and causing them to take an additional 10% damage for 5 seconds. And that's a 10-second cooldown. So anytime you use a force power, which is pretty much all of your abilities, you're going to always have this pretty much going. And the reason why you're going to be using Remy's raiment is because you're going to be consistently using your throw ability. And your throw ability is about, I think, a 6-second cooldown or something. I don't exactly remember. I don't think it has a cooldown. But either way, it's going to be super useful because this gives you a guaranteed brutal strike. And the damage your throw ability does is pretty hard. And then also the Destroyer, for obvious reasons, anytime you deal critical hits, you get a stack of rage, and your rage, once you get up to 50 stacks, you get 100% brutal strike chance for 5 seconds. And then for Gamora's garments, every non-critical hit causes you to gain focus, increasing your chance to critically hit by 1%. This bonus is reset when you critically hit. So these two pretty much build off from each other, Ultra Destroyer and Gamora's garments. And then for my artifact, I'm using Ultimate Nullifier. The reason why I'm using this is because I want to generally get the four ranks. You could either use Ultimate Nullifier or you could use the Gungnir, because what Gungnir does is it gives you force power damage increase and crit hit for force powers, which is generally that's actually really good for Hulk. But yeah, either or works. And then you want to use Shocker's medallion because you get force power, getting 211 damage to force powers for 10 seconds, 0.5 second cooldown. So you're looking at like maybe 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, maybe almost 2,000 force damage, about 2,000 force damage increase, 1800 to 2,000 force power damage when you use this. And then for my relic, I'm using Complete Relic of Asgard. Artifacts, so there's one artifact that I would use over the Gem of the Curse probably, or I'm not exactly sure. I think the Gem of the Curse, yeah, over the Gem of the Curse. So I'm using the Circlet of Sidorak, Cosmically Enhanced Circlet of Sidorak, and then Cosmically Enhanced Webbed Wings, and Cosmically Enhanced Gem of the Curse. I would definitely try to get the Vibro Smashers, because what the Vibro Smashers do, if I have it, I think I put it on Moon Knight. Yeah, so here's what the Vibro Smashers do. It's force power. I put it on Moon Knight just because I needed something for his thing. But for the Vibro Smashers, it gives you force power, and then 19% or 20% when you hit with the power to knock your enemy down, and then 3 or 4 durability, and you get brutal damage. So that right there is already really good. All of that is good for Hulk, and I wish I had put that on him, but obviously I didn't. But yeah, you want to definitely get the Vibro Smashers for Hulk. And Cosmically Enhanced Webbed Wings is pretty good too. I would probably instead I'd probably replace the Circlet of Sidorak with the Tombstone's Jacket, because that gives you like eight what's that called, durability pretty much, which is really good. So now for my skills, I'm using Pummel on square, Meteor Strike on L2 triangle, Tremor Fist on X, Rebel Toss on triangle, Demolishing Charge on L2 circle, Avalanche Leap on L2X, Hulk Smash on circle, and Deafening Roar on L2 square. The reason why I'm not using Ultimate Destruction is because, I mean, the damage is good, but it only hits the enemies in front of you and it knocks them back. Meteor Strike is better because it pulls all the enemies in the middle and it does a huge amount of damage. And yeah, it also stuns the enemies for 5 seconds, although it is 30 seconds more than your signature. But you'll see another reason why it's good. With the talents, I'm using Hulk Tough. When you activate Deafening Roar, gain 20% of your max health. Base health is increased by 20%, and then, oh no, you get 20% health. Yeah, you get an increase in your base health by 20%, and health gained is you get 0.5% of max health per second. Roar, Deafening Roar gains the following effects: total damage increased by 10%, but you also take 10% more damage. And when you use Deafening Roar, when Very Angry is active, these effects are doubled for 20 seconds. Now you can either use this, or you can use Hulk Always Angry. Or you can use Hulk Really Mad. I probably would use Hulk Really Mad. I just wanted to test out Roar, because Roar does give you, it's 20% extra damage, but it sucks that you are taking 20% more damage. And yes, I was using Nothing Stop Hulk for a good while, but I feel like Nothing Stop Hulk would what's it called, be best with the leaping build probably. I mean, either or works. If you want, you could use Nothing Stop Hulk instead of Hulk Tough. And while you use Nothing Stop Hulk, make sure you're using Hulk Always Angry or Hulk Really Mad, because when you're down to just your anger, the anger isn't like super great. It will deplete pretty fast if you get hit, so if you use this, that's not gonna help. But yeah, anyways, for the next talent, Hulk Wreck Everything. When you use a cooldown power, reduce the cooldowns of all other cooldown powers by 0.5 seconds. So that means for your Meteor Strike, when you use all your other cooldown abilities, your Meteor Strike's cooldown is going to be reduced so fast. I mean, it'll probably be like a 30-second cooldown in general. So it's pretty much like another signature. And then Hulk, the strongest one there is. While Very Angry, Pummel's cooldown is reduced by 25%. Pummel damage is increased by 20%, and you get 2 charges for Pummel max charges. And then you want to get Hulk Smash. Hulk Smash now constantly causes you to get very angry, and is always treated as if used while already very angry. Hulk Smash always deals a brutal strike. Hulk Smash cooldown is 4 seconds. I was using Catch This, which does a lot of damage, but I needed to use Hulk Smash because that's 3 abilities that give you auto brutes. But I mean, Catch This is a really strong ability, or a strong talent for that ability. Now for my synergies, I'm using Ant-Man, Beast, Black Panther, Cyclops, Daredevil, Hawkeye, Luke Cage, Nightcrawler, Psylocke, and Squirrel Girl. For my infinity points, I put 6 points into durability, and then I put 4 points into strength, and then the rest into brutal damage. Now I'm going to show you guys the damage output and whatnot with Hulk. So you would use Deafening Roar to get your full rage meter or anger, or you can use Hulk Smash. One or the other works. I use that, and then you can see the damage output, and then also you want to make sure you use avalanche leap because it does damage over time. And then while it does damage over time, you can also get the it can also do crits as well, which also helps with building up your Ult of the Destroyer, because whenever you do brutal damage, you don't get any you don't get any of the rage stacks for Ult of the Destroyer, unfortunately. But yeah, that's pretty much all for Hulk. This is pretty much a brute build for Hulk. So if you're trying to like really build up on your brutes, this is definitely a good build to use, in my opinion. I definitely noticed a huge damage increase in this versus using just a regular leapfrog build. Leapfrog build isn't bad either, but this is just a lot better. It is a little more stationary though, so if you guys don't like being stationary, this probably won't be the best build for you. But I mean, I'm pretty sure you can change it up just, you know, a bit in order to make it more maneuverable for yourself. But yeah, I mean, like I said, this is a pretty good build. So yeah, that's pretty much it for Hulk and this build. If you have any questions or concerns, let me know down in the comment section, or you can message me on Twitter at alldayanyday1. And if you have any other suggestions on like artifacts and whatnot, then definitely put that down as well. If you have any other abilities that you think, or talents that you think would be better suited for this build, then go ahead and put that down as well. I'm always open for suggestions. And yeah, if this helped you out, go and subscribe and like this video. And that's pretty much it. So this is All Day Any Day 1 on the PS4. Have a good day, good night, and peace.